Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And last time out we've beat our first gym. We went through and we got the Boulder Badge from Brock. And now in this part... Thank you, I never knew that. Yeah. What we've got today is pretty much... a route with a bunch of trainers on it where we have to fight a bunch of people. And then we got the start of Mount Moon. Such a drag at the beginning of every fucking Gen 1 playthrough. But anyway. This is something new which I think we haven't come across yet. These are the coach trainers. Coach trainers are basically Pokemon trainers which have one Pokemon but it's extremely strong. Like this Bulbasaur's level 11, so he's they are pretty tough trainers, particularly if you aren't leveling up your Pokemon to the correct level. But as long as you've got like a decent, as long as you've got the strength, you know, a Pokemon that is strong against theirs, you know, type matching wise, then you should be just fine. I remember having a little bit of an issue with this Bulbasaur. In fact, I think my Pikachu gets... spoilers. But I think my Pikachu gets knocked out here. Leech Seed, man. I always hated Leech Seed. And there's Bulbasaur. Fun fact, Bulbasaur's my favourite Pokemon of all time. I just love his design. He's just so fucking adorable. But yeah, you can catch it. You can get a Bulbasaur. Basically, there's two ways you can get one. You can either it's a rare encounter in Viridian Forest. If you don't want to wait, oh shit, he's gonna kill me, isn't he? Am I on 1? Oh shit, I'm on 1. I think, what did I do in the end? Yeah, I used a potion. I think Pikachu gets knocked out later, I think. Oh god. Maybe he does get knocked out, I can't remember. But anyway, the other way you can catch a Bulbasaur is if you go to Cerulean City. In one of the houses you can talk to somebody, and if you've caught... Yeah, he's dead. He's gone. If you've caught 20 if you caught 20 Pokemon, at least, sorry, if you caught 20 different Pokemon at that point, then you'll be allowed to basically take him and use him as a Pokemon. I got it in my first playthrough, but I get it, but I'm not going to use him. Yeah, fuck you. The reason why I'm not going to use him is because, one, grass types aren't particularly useful in Gen 1 in particular. I can get rid of Poison Powder. Do I get rid of Poison Powder or Growth? Poison Powder, there you go. Stun Spore is more usable. Anyway, my apologies. And the other thing is just that I wanted to use different types, different Pokemon for this run. We got a Revive, that's nice. Yeah, also when you fight one of these trainers, you also get an item from them, which is pretty useful. Oh, it's Shorts Boy. Yeah, basically from this point onwards, I'm going to be cutting past every time there isn't a new every time I do a battle and there isn't a new Pokemon in their party. If there isn't a Pokemon that we haven't, if it's just all Pokemon we've seen before, then I'll cut past. If not, then I'll show the battle off. Do we see this one? Oh, here we go. Another battle. This time we're going up against Camper Victor. Basically the shorts guy there just has a Rattata, I think. Rattata. And here's a Nidoran male. He's which I think is the new one. I'm trying to remember. He's not. He's pretty decent, I think. He's he's normal poison, I believe, type. He's pretty good for. Basically, he's one that you get similar to Magikarp in a way. You get him for his evolution. He's pretty strong in that. Nidoking's a pretty fucking OP Pokemon. But yeah, our Nidoran female is Limb Bite. Bite's a pretty good move. Does a decent amount of damage, so that's pretty useful. But there are other. It's one of the better normal moves, especially early on. Shit. I've been spotted. I was nowhere near you. Fuck off. See you later. Oh, there's a Spearow. I don't know what I was doing here. I think I was like, should I search for more Pokemon? Ooh, Mankey. Yeah, I caught myself a Mankey. Pretty useful. Primeape is which evolves into Primeape is a pretty good fighting type if you want a fighting type for Gen 1. What are your other options, actually? I think your only other option would be something like a Machoke or Machamp. Bugcatcher Greg. Oh, Kakuna, nice. This will be an easy battle. The other one is you can get one of two fighting types, either Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan. Hitmonlee is the one to go for. He's the one. Basically, Hitmonlee is basically the attacking fighting type, and Hitmonchan is the defensive one. So it's better to go for the attacking one, in my opinion. Cause more damage. Oh, there's another Mankey. I don't want you. Hi. Oh god, here we go. It's almost time. Mount Moon. Oh, we got another coach trainer. Which I'm going to show all these off, all the ones that I come across anyway. Sorry. This one is Oberon, and he has a Meowth. I knew that. Meowth, normal type. Evolves into Persian. Persian's decent, but not particularly useful. So I just don't think of, fuck you. I like how that move looks like, though. And you get extra money for it as well whenever they use it, which is kind of cool. Meowth, in my head, whenever I played Gen 1, I always had this idea in my head that because it's got like a metal coin on the front of its face, like you say, we got 1300, and we picked up 65 as well, which is nice. I think we get Payday. Yeah, not particularly useful if I'm honest. I don't like that move. But yeah, I always thought that if I hit him with a Thunder Shock, that it should cause extra damage because it has like an electrical, like a metal thing on its head. It doesn't actually do anything, but that was just always what I thought. Okay then. So yeah, I'm going to be incredibly stupid, and I'm going to spend 500 Pokédollars on a Magikarp. You paid an outrageous 500 Pokédollars and bought a Magikarp. So yeah, the reason why I'm showing this is because, like I said, the Pokemon I catch now that you see me catch will only be ones that I'm actually going to use. Gyarados is going to be my water type for the game, so yay. I haven't got into evolve yet, but I'm very close. Oh my god. My nostalgia boner has grown massive. It's Jesse and James. And yes, she has a Meowth. Because as you'll notice, there was a Meowth on the top of the Mount Moon entrance. And that was Jesse and James's Meowth, just keeping an eye out. It's kind of a nice little detail, actually. But anyway, Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the worst part of the game early on. It's time for Mount Moon. I hate Mount Moon. It's a fucking slog. It is a lot better in... Oh, we're actually showing a bell. Okay, cool. This one is a lot better than... Oh, we haven't seen... Yeah, because we haven't seen it but 3 yet. Hi. Pretty useful early on because it learns confusion. But, yeah, I was saying that Mount Moon is not... In this version, it's not quite so bad because... The main problem with Mount Moon, why it took so fucking long to beat, was because you kept running into random battles. Sorry. You kept running into random battles constantly. At least in this, you can see when the Pokemon are going to pop up in front of you, so you can avoid them, and thus it like cuts the bullshit down by a significant margin. Yeah, the Pokemon you can get in here, you can get Geodudes, you can get Zubats, you can get Onyxes, I believe, Clefairies. Rarely, on a rare occasion, you can also catch Clefables, the evolved version of Clefairy. Oh, what's she got? Oh, Bellsprout. Useless. Is evolved forms a decent water grass types? Victreebel is a decent grass type, but yeah, I mean, oh, Rap. In the original Gen 1, Rap was a fucking pain in the arse. Because basically, once you got inflicted with Rap, you couldn't move for anywhere from 2 to 6 turns. It was obnoxious. Here it's a lot better because basically it's just basically a double hit. So you get hit by the initial Rap, and then at the end of each turn you get hurt by a Rap, which is pain in the ass, but whatever. Wow, not that fast. I'm taking my time, to be honest. So yeah, basically, Mount Moon is one of those places where if you want to try and get everything in here, which I don't think I do. I don't think I get everything, but there's a Clefairy. If you want to try and get everything, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. I will also be showing all the rocket battles in here because, well, it's content. He's only got a Rattata, so it's going to be pretty easy. Pikachu kick its ass. But yeah, if you want to explore every area, this section takes for fucking ever. However, if you don't and you just want to get through the gate to Mount Moon as quickly as possible, there is a fairly quick route to just finish it off. You basically, because I always remember it's going like, you go right, then you go up, to the left, down, up, there's a little ladder for you to go down, there's a passage to go to the left, another ladder, which then leads to a passageway which goes down and right, another ladder, and then it's just basically a square room, go around it, go up, fight the trainer who has the 2 fossils, get one of the fossils for yourself, and then you're pretty much out. And then and then you're out. So it's pretty nice. The only other thing I will say, if there's one Pokemon you want to try and get here, it's an incredibly rare find, 1% encounter, I believe. Oh, hey Mankey. I get sure Mankey on fighting a Mankey here, but yeah, you can get a Kangaskhan in here. Oh, you can get Kangaskhan and you can get Chansey, but they're incredibly rare. Incredibly rare to find, incredibly hard to find, incredibly rare Pokemon. The reason why that is because there's no actual, because the rare Pokemon were put into the Safari Zone in the original game. In here we don't have a Safari Zone. Oh look, there's a Clefairy. We don't have any kind of zone. We don't have that kind of zone here, so they're just scattered around the place. Grimer. His Evolve form Muck is actually pretty strong. It's a pretty good poison type. It's got one of the better poison types actually. It's pretty quick and hits pretty hard. So Grimer's worth getting, I would say. Just to get him, for his Evolve form Muck. So yeah, he's worth getting, but I'm not. I'm not gonna get one. But if you want to use one, they're pretty decent Pokemon. For this generation, anyway, for Gen 1. So many fucking Zubats. Zubats aren't really worth getting to me unless it's later gens. I think in this gen you can evolve it into a Crobat, because Crobat's pretty good, which is the third evolution. But normal, I don't bother with Zubat. Never fucking bothered with it. And now we see a Clefairy. Clefairy is like Jigglypuff. Normal, I believe normal fairy type. And Clefairy is pretty decent defense. Fuck you. I hate Sing. And along with Jigglypuff has the same kind of thing where... Pikachu, wake up, you piece of shit. My big problem with it... Oh, you asshole. You are a bitch. I'm gonna kill you. But yeah, pretty decent defense, but they actually a pretty strong physical attack. They actually cause a decent amount of damage, particularly early on. At this point, I'm just like, fuck it, let's take it. He's not gonna cause that much damage to me, and I can finish it off with a quick attack. There you go. Fuck you, Clefairy. It's another reason. That's the main reason why I hate Clefairy and I hate Jigglypuff. And we got Pikachu up to level 16. And nobody else has leveled up yet. And we got 3 Pokeballs. Nice. Alright, let's move on. Continue through the grind. Yeah, nothing else there. It's James. Look at that purple hair. I actually really like the designs. They're actually really close to the original anime designs. I just love those designs. They're great. Alright, down another set of ladders. Paris, that's another Pokemon you can get, which is a bug poison? Fuck. I believe it's bug poison. It's, I don't use it. It's not really useful. I don't find it useful anyway. It evolves into Parasect, which is one of the better bug types, but I mean, the only two bug types I would actually bother to use would be either Pinsir or Scyther. In fact, I want to use Scyther. Sandshrew, ground type, which is why it's a good idea to send out Pikachu. But weak to fighting type moves, so yeah, I'll kick it in the face. But Sandshrew, more in particular Sandslash. I like Sandshrew and Sandslash's designs, and they're good in later gens when it learns, because it learns Earthquake, which is a pretty bitchin' move. But yeah, not. I think there are better ground types to use, to be honest. If you really want to use a ground type. I'm personally not interested in it, but hey, if you like it, you like it. Oh, we got a pearl. We can sell that for money. Talk to this guy, and basically, if you've got no Pokeballs, he will give you some for free. pretty nice of him. It's needed really if you want to grind for experience, or you just want to catch Pokemon. It's Meowth. I thought it was a wild. First time I played this, I thought it was a wild Meowth, and then I had the cutscene play. I was like, no, I'd like catch one. Oh well. Time to move on. I think Onyx in this place is also quite rare. I think that's 5% from what I remember. A fucking Geodude. I still found myself like running into a lot of things in this fucking game. You know, in this section, even if you can theoretically avoid a lot more shit. Time for another rocket battle, and I just love this intro little scene here with the rocket blasting off. It's really cool. But he's got a new Pokemon for us to look at. That's a Drowsy. Pretty much the second best Psychic type after Abra. We don't count Mewtwo. And there's him. There's basically Drowsy's evolved form Hypno, and there's also Alakazam, I guess. But whether I'd be able to get him, I don't know. Because you need to pass him on. I'd probably stick it to Kadabra, but I digress. Drowsy is more the physical, defensive-minded Psychic type, where it hasn't got as big a special attack stat as Alakazam does. Hypno, I'm talking about. Shit, it's a Clefable. Right, I caught that. Let's move on. It's more Jesse and James action. Time to run away. Yeah, you can't. I think I do try. Do I try and talk to them? Quit goofing around and go already. Okay. But yeah, just to finish off what I was saying, Hypno is pretty much your more physical. So it doesn't have as good as a special defense attack, so it doesn't attack as hard. But what it also does is it can take more punishment, because Alakazam's biggest problem is that physical attacks will cause a massive amount of damage to it. But Drowsy Hypno mitigates that a little bit. Now it's time for another Rocket Grunt battle, and it's a Zubat. Already said, not really much to these guys. If your Pikachu will take it down in one shot. Time to demonstrate. Boom. It's done. I can't remember what type it is. I think it's Flying, I believe. Nidoran Female was still in Helping Hand. Don't really like Helping Hand as a move. Yeah, it's not really useful. At least in my opinion, it's not useful. Maybe somebody else can tell me why it's a useful move, but I don't use it. And boop. It's now time to fight ourselves a nerd. He's got 2 fossils, you greedy prick. Super Nerd Miguel. And he's saying out Voltorb. The evolved form of Voltorb Electrode is, I believe it is the fastest Pokemon in the game, and also has a pretty decent attack stat. He's a pretty decent. The Voltorb line is one of the more one of the better electric types to have in Gen 1. So, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent Pokemon. But since I've got Pikachu, I don't really need any other electric type, to be honest. And Magnemite. Magnemite is the same thing. Who do I switch to? I'm not being that dumb, am I? No, thank you. Yeah, I'm saying fuck it. Let's stick with it. Magnemite and its evolved form, Magneton? Magneton? Yeah, I think Magneton. Again, pretty good. Why am I using that? It's a pretty decent Again, it's a pretty decent electric type. Oh, look at that. Wrecked its shit. So it's a pretty decent electric type, but once again, we've got this OP Pikachu. We don't need any other electric types. But anyway, that is it for this part of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Join me next time for the next part when we will finish off Mount Moon. We're almost a few steps from getting out of Mount Moon. So we'll finish off Mount Moon, and then we'll be heading to Cerulean City, where I think we'll be fighting Misty. I think we might be fighting her next part, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll see you next time when we'll be heading to Cerulean City. See you next time.